Hello, my name is Naim Aliyev, and today I'm here to talk about the threats of social media and the general solutions. So, we all use social media to socialize with people, and we also use it to do our daily jobs. It affects our daily lives, and social media and the internet is a place that's used very frequently nowadays. People use it to have beneficial access to features, like you can have online job applications at the online world, and it even makes communication easier. When I think about social media, I think about two objects. When I think about social media, I think about two objects: the user and the connection. The user that I think of are the people that use the web, and the connection that I think of are the posts and even messages and even the platforms that let people have access to these. But soon I realized that there can be a third object, and that would be the digital dangers of social media. This includes a lot of things, and I'm able to talk about them in specific groups. The first two groups that I'm going to talk about includes how stalkers and hackers can have granted access to personal information. So let's get into the topic. Firstly, I want to talk about cyber scams. Cyber scamming is a manipulative method of having people to believe that the contactor is a big registrator, which will want some personal information to purposely steal a lot of data from the victim. Phishing, fake investments also revolve around this circle. And cyber scamming can also spread through electronic viruses as well. People try to convince you to get infected by these viruses to then stalk your device. So it might sound easy to avoid this, but let's just know that millions of people experience this every year. So why don't we take our online safety and awareness skills to the next level, where we define who and what to prevent. This includes how we can think in a way that we ask ourselves some critical questions to fulfill these untrustworthy conversations. So my next point is cyber attacks. Cyber attacks are often caused by a team of hackers where they team up and communicate against a big corporation. So let me show you an example of how can non-human targets affect humanity. Let's say that Facebook, the most downloaded social media platform on the world, just collapsed into pieces by an attack of hackers. And now billions of accounts and their information are laying down on the weak and corrupted security system of Facebook. This might be absolute chaos when it happened, but it would be almost impossible because of Facebook's safety protocols. Its data is very powerfully encrypted. And if this happened, we would receive an emergency call from these companies that got attacked, informing us to back up our data before these hackers reach us. And we should focus on digital reflexes at this point, because if we don't really improve them, we would be in danger. Lastly, I want to talk about fake news. Fake news, fake identities, I think they're all the same. According to the Living Secure survey from F-Secure, which is an online assistance bureau, 7 out of 10 people don't know who to trust online. Now, this might mean both factually and also in a way that people care who is in the environment. What I mean by factually is that people don't know who to trust as a fact. We shouldn't let some false news slide into the web where it's a lifestyle to learn some new things. And the one that I talked about, the environment that people care, is how I talked about cyber scams before. They get into people and backstab them almost instantly. And we should have a habit to think in a way that we know what's true and false. We must also use some questions to get us it might sound obvious, but people and accounts, users that share the truest information online, that are known for sharing true information for years, that have their history, they're more likely to share true information. And we should give people a point, those people a point who prove their point on facts. Now that I think we have solutions, problems made up in our head, I think it's time to talk about the general target of these digital dangers of social media and the internet. So here you see this Generation Z people, and he's referred as the first ones to ever experience what modern social media looks like. They also faced some consequences. They faced all these problems that I talked about when it was a beginner one. And people still face these problems when they are new to the internet. So why don't we educate them more about the internet to not get captured to these bad guys in the internet, online media. I also mean parental controls. Parents can have better impact on children if they are more honest about what they're targeted against, what they're headed towards on their children, and what they mustn't do. We must also balance the social and unsocial activities to balance the actions in social media as well. So let's take action and prepare a generation that will prepare us a better social media, the one that enhances our lives, not the one that exposes us to harm. Thanks for your attention.